The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. We should not be upset that others hide the truth from us when we hide it so often from ourselves. One of the most beautiful qualities of true friendship is to understand and to be understood. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. How much time he saves who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks. It is not the man who has too little that is poor, but the one who hankers after more. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is within their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. To be even-minded is the greatest virtue. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. You have within you right now everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Remember that your ruling reason becomes unconquerable when it rallies and comes to the aid of itself. Stop drifting, wake up and see where you are heading, get on board with your life, and give it the rudder it needs. No man was ever wise by chance. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. The greatest wealth is a poverty of desires. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. Nothing, to my way of thinking, is a better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his own company. Don't hope that events will turn out the way you want. Welcome events in whichever way they happen. This is the path to peace. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. What is the most important thing for you? To live a good life. True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future. A good character, when established, is not easily overthrown by calumny or ridicule. Everything that happens is either endurable or not. If it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. If it's unendurable, then stop complaining. Your destruction will mean its end as well. Your mind will take the shape of what you frequently hold in thought, for the human spirit is colored by such impressions. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is within their power not to want what they don't have. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do, only what you do. It is in your power to withdraw yourself whenever you desire. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. What you think of yourself is much more important than what others think of you. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Character is not cut in marble. It is not something solid and unalterable. It is something living and changing, and it may become diseased as our bodies do. Just keep in mind, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. While we wait for life, life passes.